Hello, welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys, we are back. We got plenty to talk about this week. We got science and tech. Stupid tech, I'm going to make a slight change on this one. This is stupid people dealing with some level of science or technology.
Science
In quotes. No comic news this week. Question of the week responses. We're going to talk about Star Wars, lightning round, movie and TV. We have plenty. And of course, What the Fuck, brought to you by JTD, is back because he remembered. And trailers this week, we'll talk about The Punisher. So, checked out this week. Mike and I recorded two different reviews of The Defenders. That's about 25 minutes. And Friends from College. Both of those shows are streaming right now on Netflix. Check those out in the Coming Distractions podcast feed. You can also catch the videos on our YouTube page, youtube.com/The Nerdpocalypse. Did you guys check out anything else?
I saw Atomic Blonde.
Oh, yeah?
Did you?
Well, I saw about half of it because I was asleep for half of it. But
Damn, you fell asleep in a movie theater?
Were you asleep?
oh, man, I think when I say that, I'm adding up all the moments that I was dozing. The movie is complicated for no reason, and
That's exactly what you guys said.
Your review was spot on. It was spot on, and I try to go in to certain things because I was really excited, and then when I saw your review, and I was like, oh well, maybe not, and then we didn't have anything to do, so we were like, all right, let's just go see this, right? Yeah, go watch his review again. Cause
what did your wife think?
it was okay. It was okay, and that's a bad sign.
Because she likes a lot of things.
She likes a lot of stuff. She's look. I'm
more forgiving than you are.
I'm very forgiving on movies. She's even more forgiving on movies.
Wow.
The one if she doesn't like something, she'll be like, it's cheesy. Like that's the most negative thing that she'll say about a movie.
She's like such a good person. Is she?
She's a very good actress.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, that I was a little disappointed with that film. It has potential, but
do you want to see more in that series?
It depends on who's doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, but
all right, that's fair.
The stairwell scene was awesome.
Yo,
that stairwell scene
that woke me up because everybody kept talking about the scene, and then I was like, all right, well, this might be it because it's the only interesting thing here that's like lit properly. But yeah, that was amazing. That woke me back up. But everything, it took a while to get there, man.
Yeah,
it took a long while to get there. And
how long was that movie? Like 2 hours?
Yo,
I swear to God, I thought that shit was like 3 hours long.
I thought it was like 2:45. You feel that movie, and it's probably
like 140.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yo,
hold on, let me check.
Yeah, please do, because I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
But you know what the funny thing is? But John Wick 2 felt really long to me. That felt like 4 hours long.
It drags, man. It drags, and it takes itself just a little too seriously.
Yeah.
For all the needle drops that they have in there, and for it takes itself a little too seriously.
Okay.
It needs to treat itself like a Bond movie. Bond movies, when they're good, they don't treat themselves too seriously.
Like apparently the book that it's based off of is not very action packed either. So the runtime is 1 hour and 55.
Yo.
I swear that shit felt like 3 hours long.
It felt 2.5, 2:45 to me.
Well, I think that's a ringing endorsement for me to never see
my
this
phone and it just said 9:25 at night. I was like, yo, fuck off. That's bullshit. I've been in here for 7 hours.
I was here yesterday. Well, that's how the opposite for me when I saw Kidnap. I was like, this movie was 1 hour and 15 minutes. Like it was. It was 1 hour and 15 minutes. It says in the thing that it's like 1 hour and 40 minutes. It's not. It started at 7.
That's including all the trailers.
We didn't have any trailers for the screener, but it started at 7.
God damn.
I texted my wife at 8:30. Like, I know for a fact it was like barely an hour and 15 minutes.
Jesus.
I
didn't check anything out.
I watched I watched maybe the first 20 minutes, and just for time restraint, I didn't have a chance to finish it. I will. What Happened to Monday on Netflix? It's pretty good so far. It's kind of cool to see Nomi Rapace like as 7 different characters, all dressed slightly different with like slightly different personalities. It's kind of cool. It does lead me to just like a quick aside. Netflix, all these movies like Message from the King that we just reviewed on Black and Black Cinema, which was terrible. Don't watch that movie. All of these type of movies are all done by really small production companies. Now, What Happened to Monday does not have 7 production companies like Message to the King had. I think it had 4 actually. So this one only had 1, which is a much better sign, by the way. But it's a production company I've never heard of. So like they seem to be buying up these small films, like probably for pennies on the dollar.
Is this a series?
No, it's a movie. It's a movie.
Shit.
It's like 2 hours. But they seem to just be kind of buying up these little small production house movies with like pretty major actors.
Like a British movie? Or like an American?
I don't know if the production company is British, but like it's got Nomi Rapace, who I believe I think she's British, but she doesn't have a British accent in this, and Willem Dafoe, who definitely doesn't have one.
I also like to say, give a message to Tyreek St. Patrick. Tyreek, fuck you. It should have been you. You should have died. Go fuck yourself.
Is that the kid from Power?
Yes.
Wait, who died?
His sister died. Okay. Sticking up for his trifling ass.
No. I was going to
try and be about that life. Nigga, you ain't about that life. I'm not about that life, and I'm more about that life than you about that life. Fuck off, Tyreek.
Does he sell lean? Is that what he sells?
He don't sell shit. He's a county thug.
Oh, like Terrence.
No. Terrence is a fucking thug hooligan compared to Tyreek. Terrence is a nice guy.
I am a very nice guy.
Yeah, code.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Michael Rainey Jr., if I see you on the street, I'm going to fucking kick you in the head. Fuck you, yo.
I like that you took the time to look up his name. I wonder what it's like. I wonder what it's like to play a character who's absolutely despised on television.
Yeah, like how did
people just like,
what's his name from the hell is that movie, that show?
Joffrey from Game of Thrones.
Right.
Couldn't stand this little motherfucker. He's like, I'm just acting, guys.
Like, guys, I'm not actually a murderous king. Shocking news. So I'll have more on What Happened to Monday next week. But it looks pretty interesting so far, actually. Okay, so let's move on from there. Science and tech. Surgeons in China replace six neck bones. That's funny. 6 neck bones with 3D printed spine. That's only funny if you're black.
Black as shit.
If you're black, that's just funny.
When I first read it like last week, I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. Sorry. Like that shit was just like ingrained in me.
Sorry.
I just burst out laughing.
I'm sorry,
Okay, sorry.
but neck bones is a hilarious term. Neck bones are for eating, guys. Get out of here.
Or yeah, they're for just
They're for seasoning.
Seasoning your
fucking
green. Sorry, not sorry. Chinese newspaper People's Daily Online reports that a 28-year-old woman was diagnosed with chondrosarcoma in May of 2017. This is a rare form of cancerous tumor that attacks cartilage and the bones. And a renowned spinal surgeon was able to 3D print replacements for these bones that had been eaten away using, I think, titanium. But they were able to replace it, and like, she's fucking good. Yeah, made with a titanium alloy.
I'm very interested to know more. What's the name of the surgeon?
Oh, really? He's a renowned surgeon at Shanghai Chizang Hospital.
Where is his name?
Zhao Jianru.
All right.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Any more fucking consonants and I would have been fucked up. John Rue and his colleagues at the Second Military Medical University of Changxing Hospital, god damn, is that long enough? Spent 3 weeks building the artificial bones using titanium alloy and customized 3D printing technology. To help fashion the new prosthetic parts, they structured a life-size model of the woman's upper spine using a 3D printer. It was a 13-hour operation.
God damn.
So is the surgeon a woman?
I don't know.
Because it's the woman who went under an alias, Zhao Wen. And
no, that's a different person.
Oh,
Zhao Wen is the patient. Zhao Zhenru is.
No, that's what I'm saying. But they have
the same surname.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
I don't know. Maybe they.
They all look alike. They probably all related too. So.
Yeah, they all know each other. Everyone knows them.
1 billion of them.
All 1 billion. Everybody's somebody's cousin. Yeah, I can't find any information, but let's assume it's a woman. Good for you. That's awesome. That is super badass though. That 3D printing, even using titanium, is becoming so ubiquitous or cheap enough to fix things like this.
Yeah,
that's very kind of awesome. So like, she's got titanium in her neck. Like, could you kick her in the neck and she could just take it?
Maybe she's like Kick-Ass now. She just doesn't feel any pain. Just beat the shit out of her. No, I think this is. I don't know. I have to imagine. I mean, you still have nerves there, so it's probably still not.
I guess.
I just don't think you could break those bones as easily.
I think she would feel it, or the patient would feel it, but like you would hurt your foot if you kicked her in the back of the head.
Yes,
that ain't no rabbit punching that woman in the throes of passion.
No, I
You kind of shit are you into?
Huh?
I am.
Question of the week.
I'm fully aware of what that.
Hold on a second. We're not there yet. By the way, I did forget to read our 5-star review, so I wanted to cut back and do that. 5-star review from Dirty Evan and the Boys. That name is hilarious. The title, Dirty Evan's Review. Quote, this is by far the best podcast that I listen to. Yeah, better than that other podcast you listen to. I agree. I enjoy all the humor and content that is on the podcast, but most of all, I really appreciate the dedication these guys have to their fans. It is a no-brainer to throw $5 at these guys a month, and I hope these shows continue for many years to come. I have a request that Jay tells us the story on how this show was created and how everyone came to be on the show. Thank you. 5 stars. Yes, I will tell the story, sort of. I am a notoriously arrogant person. That's partly true. But
what part was not true? Notoriously arrogant. Well, you're not notorious.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Right.
Notorious Jay. That doesn't really flow as well. So Micah and I were big fans of this other podcast that did similar content that this podcast does. But we determined, or at least I determined, that they were terrible and that we could definitely do it better. And so, and that show, is it still around?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah. They didn't have a lot of
every 9 months.
Okay. They didn't have a lot of, what's the word? Consistency.
Yeah.
So they had consistency issues. And so I decided, like, fuck it, we could do this.
Plus, they kept changing the vision of what the podcast was supposed to be.
Yes. Let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. I thought you meant something else that I just got what you said. Let's just leave it there. You really ate shit. Like, you really. Okay. So anyway, I didn't think they did as well of a show. And so I was walking around Target at one point. God, you're a horrible person. Don't ever talk about how terrible I am. Don't ever talk about how terrible I am. Don't ever.
Okay.
Dirty Evan, if you're ever in the area and you want to get a drink, I will tell that. I will tell that full story. But so anyway, I was walking around Target. I had an idea for the name. I called Micah while I was walking around Target, And I was like, dude, what do you think of this idea? And he was like, yeah, let's do this. And so we did. And we got another guy to do the show with us. He's no longer on the show. That's been a number of years now. But the three of us did the first 80 episodes or 85 episodes together, something like that.
Yeah.
And then we that guy left and we brought in Jack. Terrence had guest spotted a bunch of times too. And then eventually Terrence came on and that's what it is.
Yeah.
So.
And then it spun off into all the other shows that you see now. But it started back in 2011.
September 2011. It's our first show. We sat and watched Punisher Warzone and then did a show about it. That was the very first episode.
Yep.
So, and you can still listen to it. It's still out there. And we keep all of that stuff for free. We don't cut it off because that would be fucking shitty. Anyway, so yeah, that's how the show started. And again, if you're ever in the Baltimore area, Dirty Evan and the boys, we can go out for a drink and I'll tell that full story. But not any second before that. All right.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. You are a fucking asshole, dude. You're a fucking asshole. You are. You're terrible. Stupid/weird tech this week. I know Terrence saw this. I don't know if Micah saw this.
Did I see it? Let me check.
Yeah, you did.
Well, what is
Oh, yeah.
Quote, am I crazy for watching the eclipse with no glasses? Tweets out rapper Joey Badass.
I don't even know who this nigga is, first of all.
I've heard of him. I don't know his rapping skills. But after he did so, he was forced to cancel his tour because he's having problems seeing. Due to unforeseen circumstances, my Cleveland, Chicago, and Toronto shows on the Everybody Tour are canceled. Yeah, I bet you didn't type that. He typed before the eclipse. This ain't the first solar eclipse, and I'm pretty sure our ancestors ain't have no fancy eyewear. I guess they ain't have no fancy language either. Also pretty sure they ain't all go blind.
Yeah, but they had them fancy brains that realized that maybe you shouldn't look at the sun, particularly just to see an eclipse.
Also, they didn't have like Twitter, so they didn't know what time it started. And they were just like, "Oh shit, it's dark," and then it was like, "Oh shit, it's light again."
Right.
So they probably didn't look up.
All right, yo. All right, this guy's famous. Is he famous?
Yeah, Joey Badass
is.
He is a famous rapper.
I don't know.
Are we getting dumber as a society? I think the answer is undoubtedly yes.
Yeah, man.
Like, the more information we have at our fingertips, the dumber we're getting. How does that work?
I think people are overloaded. I honestly
Overloaded with what?
I think they're
Knowledge?
Yeah.
That they're not using?
Yeah, well, okay. That might be hard to understand as a concept because you're intelligent. But imagine if you weren't and you were just like, somebody was like, here's all this information. Like, you start to freak out. And we have a society that tells us that there's two sides to every story, right? So there's one side of the story that says looking into the sun is going to fuck your eyes up and you're going to go blind. But the other side of the story is obviously equally as right, which is you won't. So
yeah. Hello, the sun is going to block, the moon is going to block out the sun so I can look at it.
Yeah, that's it.
Duh.
That's how it works.
Fuck you, yo.
Joey dumbass. Good job. I hope he's blind. Like full on Ray Lewis or Ray Charles banging on the fucking drum on a porch blind because you're dumb.
Yeah, he gonna beat around the bush with you. you going blind? Like you blind?
Yo, I've never seen Ray. I've never
saw that part. But that shit had me fucking crying.
I've never seen that movie, but if we do it, I'm gonna lose my shit, dude. That was fucking hilarious. That poor kid.
People are assholes.
The internet is full of dickheads. All right, let's move into question of the week. Take it away, Micah.
We discussed the likelihood of an Obi-Wan Kenobi solo film coming up. What other anthology Star Wars films would you like to see in the future? Cam says the only anthology movies I really want that we will never get to see are some Knights of the Old Republic movies. I don't give a fuck about an Obi-Wan movie, even though I'll see it opening night.
I mean, that's the most honest shit.
Look, I'm right there with you, yo. Like, fucking Obi-Wan, but like, I'll be right there with you.
Yep.
Jason says, a movie on the rise of the Sith show how at one time the Jedi were the constant force for good in the galaxy. But there have to be some that think they don't go far enough with their punishment of wrongdoers and break them off from the order. Have them discover how to manipulate the force for evil and turn it into the dark side with a slow descent into evil as the discovery of force lightning. We all know that the Sith have cooler outfits and lightsabers from a marketing standpoint. Think of all the cool new red lightsabers they can sell to us.
Didn't the Sith start on Korriban?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's my KOTOR knowledge.
Natasha says, just call me Nate or Nat. Because I probably mispronounced Nat's name last time. Darth Vader's rise to power. His scene in Rogue One was one of the most thrilling experiences I've had watching a Star Wars film. And I would love to have a dark ending since this was before Luke and the gang. I find it very weird that there hasn't been more movies made for this franchise, since there is so much they could do.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a Vader, like it doesn't necessarily have to be a Vader origin story, but just more of like Vader right after Rogue One, I guess. Right? Like
I want to see why everyone is afeared of him.
Yeah, I mean, you got a little bit of
it.
I mean, it was awesome because you didn't see it coming. You're just like, oh shit.
Right. Because then you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I remember Vader. Like, he was the old man who was fucking. But then all of a sudden it's like, nah, this is that new spry Vader.
Yeah, no, this motherfucker move. He was a badass.
Max says, I would want to see Clone Wars movie reminiscent of Saving Private Ryan. A Jedi and a group of clones have to go on a rescue mission of another Jedi. It would be a little gritty, but still have the feel of a Star Wars movie. Gaston says, I wouldn't mind a miniseries on Netflix that centers around pod racing and how slimy it was. Kind of like a money laundering, slave trading pod racing type thing. As far as movies, I want to see some bounty hunters actually do stuff.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Star Wars 1313 Netflix series? I'd watch the shit out of that.
Sure. Why not? Yeah. Christopher says, I personally just malaise over all these one-off films. I will say Starkiller would be an interesting story to do, a story to which could be connected into modern arcs, etc.
Didn't they make a game based on Starkiller?
They made 2 games based on Starkiller.
That's the
Wentworth Pennyweather.
Yeah, okay, that guy.
He was in that. Was it him?
No, that's not.
No, it's the guy that looks just like him.
He's the hell was he in?
Wentworth Featherstone is
he's Captain Cold.
Captain Cold, yeah.
Wentworth Pennyhauser.
I forgot the other guy's name. He does like voiceover work, and he was in the
Star Wars
terrible ass show that was on for like 10 years, the Superman show.
Smallville.
Was he in Smallville?
Yeah, I think
he played
so.
someone in Smallville.
Yeah, I think that's true.
I don't remember who it was.
Jose says, I'd like a movie in the vein of Rogue One where it focuses on the random non-Jedi people in the universe, perhaps a story about smugglers or a small band of rebels fighting the Empire in a battle that isn't going to determine if entire planets are destroyed. What? You mean something different?
Yeah, weird.
Trey says, I'd like to see one of a new order of abducting kids and turning them into the soldiers that Finn mentioned in episode 7.
That's a pretty cool idea, actually.
That's dark.
Star Wars, the pedo story.
That's Pedo Wars.
Pedo Wars. R. Kelly versus who's another famous pedo? Woody Allen. Yeah. A lightsaber battle for children.
That sounds terrible.
I don't want to watch that.
Khalif says, God damn it. Khalif says, to see more Darth Vader after his scene that showed why Vader is to be feared in Rogue One, I want more. Rashawn says, these are the anthologies I want, but if I got to choose, give me a few Vader stories and I'm good. And then he posts a meme of which character should have their own movie. Out of those, which would you want to see?
Revan would be kind of cool. I want to see a time where the Sith and the Jedi are on equal footing. Like there is a ton of them.
So Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, that's what I want. a KOTOR story, or a KOTOR story, or the Mandalorian Wars. Like, there's a lot going on in that back end. Like, there's so much of that story. So, yeah. Why not?
Ed says, do a one season on Netflix about a Sith Lord moving up in the ranks in the Empire and killing Jedis. But don't start with him being a fucking kid. Fuck the prequels.
Wow. Okay.
Emphatically. Hi says, I need a Lando movie and how he got Cloud City and dealt with the Imperial rule.
I'm fine with Star Wars Atlanta. That's fine.
Yeah. Malcolm says, Mace Windu, the only black Jedi, needs a feature film.
Nah, it ain't gonna happen, dog.
I mean, I agree with him, but
It ain't gonna happen.
one can dream. Scott says, Jar Jar Binks film or get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here, Scott.
I'll show myself out. Mark says, Mace Windu, motherfuckers and all. Gustavo posts a picture of Watto, the racist caricature of, what was he supposed to be? Jewish, Israeli?
Yeah, Jewish. Definitely Jewish.
Yeah,
Only money.
Mind tricks don't work on me. Only money.
Look at my giant nose. Like, that's not, it's really not acceptable, George Lucas. Like, how did he not get in incredible trouble for that? Do we love Star Wars that much that we just let a straight anti-Semitic character just fucking slide?
I mean, look at the Viceroy. Yeah. The Viceroy. Oh,
I mean, in fairness,
we are Asian businessmen. I mean, aliens.
They were. But okay,
fucked up, man.
One, as fucked up as that was, at least they didn't bring the Viceroy back and make them more stereotypically Asian. Watto came back in the second one and had a little fucking hat. Yo, it's like, all right, you skirted on the first one. You can't double down. Like, come on, man. That shit was like, is he wearing a fucking space yarmulke?
George Lucas is like, look, I'm married to a black woman. I can do no wrong.
Do whatever I want. She black as shit, too. Fuck out of here.
Finally, Sam says, none. Make something new.
All right, there you go.
There you go.
All right.
Oh, wait. Henry says Yoda. Oh, and Boba Fett's life after Jango was killed. There you go. Henry just got it in there at the nick of time.
All right. There you go. Okay. Make sure you go to thenerdpocalypse.com/Amazon to buy anything on Amazon. When you do, we get a little bit of a kickback. I think we get 0.00000 to infinity 4%. And you don't pay anything extra, and it helps out the show. It's a great way to donate if you can't afford to otherwise, but still have to buy things on Amazon. Okay, lightning round this week. Marvel is developing a Jessica Jones-esque show on ABC. I don't understand this.
Jessica Jones-esque.
Yeah, like
what the fuck does that mean?
Like they already have Jessica Jones.
Yeah,
like it already exists, guys.
Well, it's for people who don't have Netflix.
Who are those people? You don't know someone with Netflix?
I believe they're called fetuses.
Okay, yeah, exactly. But apparently, like back in 2010, they were going to do a show on ABC called AKA Jessica Jones, but that got scrapped. And so now they're looking to
do it again.
I think maybe they're trying to do. I think what they mean is a female-led show, and I'm like, okay, just say that. Why are you saying Jessica Jones? This is weird. Jessica Jones is not a stand-in for female-led action show.
Is this woman going to have powers?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because that's how you make it a Jessica Jones-esque show. She's like strong, right? I didn't watch Jessica Jones.
Yeah, she has like super strength. I mean, in the comics she can fly too, but in this one, like she just kind of jumps up buildings. They didn't. I think it was like
they didn't have a budget for it.
Yeah, they were just like they were like just jump. That's it. And they only did it like twice. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, at one point they were talking about doing a Mockingbird show.
I don't know what that is.
Mockingbird was on. She was on Agents of Shield. I can't remember the actress's name.
Pilecki? Was that her?
I think so.
Adrian Pilecki?
Yeah, Adrian Pilecki. And she was good actually as Mockingbird on Agents of Shield. I didn't mind.
I like those two. They were the two of them were supposed to get a spinoff.
Yeah, but that's
why they
it.
were gone at the end of season at the beginning or the middle of season 3.
Yeah, I would have brought them back. When it didn't work, I'd have brought them back.
Yeah, I'd have brought them back.
They're like, oh, we can't. We wrote them into a corner. I'm like,
they were really good together, man.
Yeah,
I enjoyed.
Nick Blood was the other guy. So yeah, that's happening. So I guess we'll learn more about that, but I don't really know what that means. Next up, Marvel is considering making a Nova, making Richard Rider, aka Nova, appear in the MCU. This I like. This is very good news. During a recent Q&A, a fan asked James Gunn if he was considering bringing in Nova, and he says yes, definitely. Nova comes up occasionally as someone that we might use. We're going to be setting up new characters in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, so it's possible.
All right. I mean, look, they're established already. Like, I figured it was on its way anyway. You just got to find the right guy now.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to say though, I would have preferred Sam Alexander because they would have given you a little bit more diversity.
Yeah, but you can't.
And a young kid, by the way.
With that series, I mean, the dick jokes write themselves, right?
I mean, they do.
You can't have Rocket Raccoon and Star-Lord and not have a guy named Dick Ryder.
I mean, it just works. It just works. I don't know how that got past any sort of approval. But yeah, I mean, I would love to see Richard Rider show up. He's the real Nova or whatever. And at some point he trains Sam Alexander, who's also a Nova. Because that would be a cool way you could spin it off that Sam jumps between the cosmic world and Earth. And he could be, in the comics, he's kind of like Spider-Man's age in the movies. So you would give Spider-Man another person, another superhero to be on his level, which I think would be kind of cool.
Yep.
And he's Latino, so give Latino folks a chance to be on screen. Next up, speaking of diversity hires, kidding. Anna Diop, I guess that's how you pronounce her last name, has been cast as Starfire in the Teen Titans live action series. She's from Greenleaf. You watch that show, right?
I don't know what character she is.
Is there a super fine black woman character?
All of them?
Oh, really?
Like, what? Yeah, they're.
I mean, I've seen the poster. They all look pretty. All look pretty attractive.
Oh, all right. 2 days in a row, I'm being easily convinced to watch Greenleaf. But she was
Black Bauer's wife.
Yeah, I was gonna say she was in 24 Legacy.
Yeah.
Was she any good?
Yeah, she was good. I can see her being Starfire for what I know of Starfire, which is, a couple of cartoons and a couple of video games. Starfire is I remember when Starfire was announced for Injustice 2, and Terrence was like, God damn, she's fine. Right?
That was literally my first reaction. I was like,
right. Like, that's
jackpot.
She's
like, this chick is fine as hell.
Like, that's part of her character, right?
Yeah.
Like, she's supposed to be incredibly attractive.
Yep.
And she's supposed to be, like, very freeing with her sexuality. Like, she's just like, ain't no big thing. Like, hey, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean the funny thing is,
but like super naive about the rest of the world. You know what I mean?
Right. She's like, oh yeah, I'll bang, like bang 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 a ring. But yeah, like DC got in trouble during the New 52 launch where they had a scene of Starfire just like literally go up to someone like on a beach and was like, you want to fuck? And it was like, yes,
like sure. Why not?
I can see you. Absolutely, you're orange. I don't care. So.
Yeah,
I'm very interested to see. I'm very interested to see what the comments are on this one.
Yeah, because I'm waiting for all the racists and bigots to come out and be like, she can't be Starfire because Starfire is. I know she's not.
She's not white.
She isn't white.
She's literally orange.
She's a fucking alien.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. She looks white. All right. Make sure you save your ire for a later story.
I want to know if they're going to make her orange.
That's a good question.
Or if she's just going to be black.
My
Because
guess
this is TV, right?
Yeah.
And what station? Like
TNT. They ain't got that kind of budget.
I mean, look, they don't have like anything, right? Like they don't have Bangers and Mash money. What the fuck is that show? Franklin and Bash.
Franklin and Bash.
And right, they don't have that kind of money no more. So
Rosalie and Isles.
Yeah, risotto and Isles. Like they don't have that stuff anymore. So I'm very, very curious as to if they're going to make her orange or, when she activates her powers.
That's my guess.
Probably. So,
and I'm sure there'll be a couple of jokes. Oh, orange is the new black. Let me just make it now so that you can stop making
I'm
it
gonna
later.
punch you in the throat for even saying that.
Look. I'm only saying it so that we don't have to hear that at some point.
Wait a minute. She was in Message from the King?
Was she? No, she was in The Messengers.
Are you sure?
It says Anna Diop was known for 24 Legacy.
Message from the King.
Where? Did I miss it? Where?
Didn't y'all just watch that movie?
Nah, dog.
It was Becca.
Was that it? No, was that his sister?
No, I don't think.
Yeah, we literally just watched that movie on Sunday morning.
What was he saying? Where's Bianca?
Bianca was his sister.
I had to listen to him scream.
Where is Bianca?
Yep. That's exactly how he sounded.
That movie was really bad, guys. Don't watch it. Where does it say she was in Message from the King? Did I totally miss that?
IMDb.
Oh. They didn't even list that shit in the article. They didn't. They were like,
"What the fuck was Becca?"
I don't know who that is. She wasn't in that movie, guys. That's a lie.
That's bullshit.
I'm not buying it, dude.
Becca.
Tell them there's a message. What is the message? It's from the king. Like what?
It's from the king.
Like why are you referring to yourself as
I
the
want you
king?
to deliver them a message. I'm like,
but why are you referring to yourself as the king? Your name is Jacob King. You don't go up to people and go, I have a message. It's from the pain.
I have a message from the pain.
like what?
Like
why are you talking, dog?
Like why are you talking like that? It's very strange.
It was fucking ridiculous.
Tell them I'll be back in an hour. Like what? That's the message? Yes. I will be back in an hour. What do they want from Chipotle?
I'm going to the hardware store to buy a bike chain to beat the shit out of you. I'll be back. Just an hour. It's right down the road.
Look, I'm about to turn Netflix on my computer.
I don't know who the fuck she was. Who was she in that movie? There was one black woman, his sister.
Yeah.
I would have remembered this woman because she's super fun.
Yeah. I don't.
Was there a woman with short hair?
No.
His sister. In flashbacks. And she was African.
Maybe
this woman might be
Becca
African
is,
also.
maybe Bianca is how South Africans say Becca.
Bianca. Seems like a very odd accent. Yeah. I don't know who, dude. She wasn't in that movie.
That's bullshit.
She wasn't in that movie.
Unless she was in like the very beginning. Nah, yeah.
I don't believe you. That's not true. Who the fuck? No. All right, no. More on this next week. I'm not buying it. TR, if you're listening to this, who the fuck was she in that movie? You saw that movie.
I swear to God, I don't.
I can't tell people to watch it to verify because I will feel bad because you shouldn't see that movie.
Was she in the party?
Maybe. I don't recall seeing many black people there. She wasn't the Latino chick who tried to blow him.
No.
Remember her? Trish.
Was that her name?
Yeah, it was. Anyway, Deadpool actor Ed Skrein joining Hellboy reboot. He will be playing. Obviously, he is going to be playing Major Ben Daimyo, who is a rugged Japanese military member of the Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense. So, just so we're clear, if you have a problem with Anna Diop playing Starfire, and you don't have a problem with Ed Skrein playing a Japanese person who is Japanese and not an alien,
Ed Skrein.
I feel like you might be a racist.
Possibly. What was he in? What else was he in?
He was Francis in Deadpool. He was the villain.
Oh, wasn't he the new
transporter?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fake Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
He looks like fake Tom Brady to me.
Oh, he kind of does look like Tom Brady.
Yeah, he looks like the Negaverse version of Tom Brady. That guy's not great.
No, but I thought he was a pretty decent villain in Deadpool, but I didn't think he had a lot to do. He had that cool axe scene against Deadpool, but that was pretty much it.
Yeah, that was about it.
Okay, that's fine.
Is it fine that guy is playing a Japanese American
Japanese dude?
Yeah,
that's kind of fucked up.
Oh no, look, I don't really give a fuck because I don't care that much, but I do think it's fucked up that we're taking yet another role from Asian actors.
Yeah, like this is like all right. I hear the argument about Iron Fist, and while I think you could have done Iron Fist with an Asian American actor,
sure you could have.
You know, I if you want to be a purist about it, whatever. All right, but in this case, then you got to be a purist for this too. You know what I mean?
Hey, look, here's my thing. I don't truly give a fuck about this because I don't really know the character. Like, so I don't have any like my ire's not built up on this. That being said, I need people to be at least consistent.
Yeah,
that's all I ask. Like, you can't be super mad about Danny Rand not being Asian when Danny Rand in the comics isn't Asian, but you super don't give a fuck about this guy who is Asian,
right?
And just being like, like, what? I don't know the fucking dude on Facebook that everybody rants and raves about, the Asian dude who has the blog, Life of an Asian Guy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that dude goes the fuck in on people, and he went the fuck in on the Danny Rand thing, which I thought was a little over the top. But frankly, he is a bit over the top about a lot of things. But like, he went in super hard about this, but was kind of like, meh about this. Like, this is literally a 1-to-1 where this person should have been Asian.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
I'm still trying to find Becca.
She's not in the movie.
She's in the credits. I just looked at the credits.
Impossible.
I just looked at the credits.
That's not her.
Becca Anna Diop or Diop.
No, that ain't her. That's
Duop.
a different. That Duop. That ain't her. It's a lie. She ain't in that movie.
The only scene she could possibly be in is the party scene.
Like, who was the girl running along the beach? I saw a girl running along the beach.
That's his sister.
Throughout the
and what's her name?
That's Bianca.
Bianca.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yo,
Not buying it.
Is this her?
Y'all a trip, man. Y'all just saw that goddamn movie.
Right.
Y'all just saw that damn movie and
is that her?
Yep, that's her. She gets walked past in a scene. You're not in the movie, dude. I'm in the movie as much as you're in the movie. Get the fuck out of here.
She's got her hair back, and she's got like a.
Oh, she's when he walks into the party, she's like, hey, for like 2 seconds.
She's in there for like 10 seconds, if that.
Come on, dog. Come on.
Well, she was in there, but okay.
You know what? That doesn't count.
Fine. That's bullshit.
Whatever. Next story, Michael K. Williams' role has been cut from Star Wars Han Solo amid reshoots. Unfortunately, he was not able to come back and reshoot his scene, so his character got completely cut.
That sucks.
It does. I like Michael K. Williams. That guy should be in more things.
He should be.
Actually, he's in quite a few things. Who am I kidding?
He was in The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. What was that terrible ass movie?
When the bow breaks.
The
hand that rocks the cradle will fall.
Hand That Rocks the Cradle was I saw that movie in theaters when it came out.
How old were you?
I think too young. Because that movie took a fucking dark turn, dude.
Holy shit. Didn't that come out in like the 80s?
No, 90s.
Did it?
Like, I was probably like 12.
Early 90s?
Yeah, I was probably like 12. Like, I was way too young to see a crazy white woman get thrown out of a window and impaled on a picket fence at the end. Way too young for that shit. I mean, it was glorious.
92. Yeah, you were 12.
Nailed it. All right, here's something that no one should want. Samuel L. Jackson and Jesse T. Usher to star in a Shaft sequel. So Jesse T. Usher will be the new Shaft, but he will be the son of Samuel L. Jackson's version of Shaft.
Who is the nephew of Richard Roundtree's Shaft.
Right.
Shut the fuck up. This is fucking stupid.
Why would they just reboot it?
This is dumb.
Just reboot it and have those two guys sitting at the bar and being like, yeah. And that's it.
It was 17 years ago. No one remembers that Shaft.
I remember that Shaft.
Because y'all are crazy.
Well, we did that one on Black on Black Cinema.
Ugh.
You hated that.
I couldn't stand that fucking movie.
The movie was bad, man.
Oh, it was. I just remember that scene that one dude, that bodyguard looked like Brad. He looked just like him. Exactly like Brad.
The movie was bad, man. And this doesn't make any sense to me. Like, all right.
Oh, this is the kid from Survivor's Remorse. I've never seen that show. Is he pretty good?
He's all right. He's good in Survivor's Remorse, but he's not the focus. The woman who plays his sister is hilarious in that show.
Yeah, she's very funny.
She makes that show for me.
And she is
And
fine.
and
She was also in Message from the King for 9.5 seconds.
Jesse T. Usher was also in Independence Day Resurgence.
Oh, he was
played
Will
his son?
Smith.
Yeah,
So he's
Will
going to go
Smith's
around
son.
playing niggas' son and shit?
The son of all of these other more famous people?
I guess so.
I have a question. Is this offensive? Is he too light-skinned to play Shaft?
Well, Shaft fucked a lot of women. Might have got a white mama.
Probably.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, it was his duty to please that booty.
There was no way we were getting out of this segment without that quote being said.
Yeah.
I closed the story. I'm done. I'm done. I can't.
That was a real line in that movie.
It was. I like that movie.
You know, yeah, I want the LD.
The LD. Yo, nobody calls it the LD. What the fuck, Kima? What are you doing? What are you doing, Kima? Come on, yo.
Wait, what you want? You want cuddle?
What,
You know what I want.
You want long division? You need help with your long division? Cause if you want this dick, you better say you want this dick. LD. What the fuck? You want liquidated damages? What the fuck?
Oh my
That movie's
god!
fucking ridiculous.
She said LD. Yo, I was like, really? Who wrote that?
Are we gonna get a black actor to play Peoples Hernandez's son? since we doing the passing the torch shit?
You know what? I need that.
Yeah.
Who would
Why
you
not?
get?
At this point, his son would be what? Did he have he had a kid, right? Or was it a girl?
I'm sure he did. People
They'd be like 18 at this point.
yeah.
Are we gonna get? We could get the kid who played Joffrey to play Christian Bale's son. They
Fit right in. Christian Bale was a fucking asshole.
He was he wasn't awful in the role, but his character was a son of a bitch. I was like, yo, you got to die.
Yeah, he was a scumbag.
What kind of boat you have? I mean, it was terrible. It's not good. I enjoyed it, but
I did not.
no, you did not. So
This is ridiculous.
yeah, I don't need
This
this.
doesn't need to happen.
I wouldn't even mind if they said, okay, we're going to reboot it and just put this guy in. I just don't think it makes any sense to have him.
I
as
wouldn't
the
mind
son.
that.
Yeah, I kind of want Shaft to be, I don't know, a grown up.
I mean, okay,
Well,
that's
he's a
fair.
grown up, but like, yeah, Shaft is like the original
Shaft-
Shaft. He's in his fucking 30s at the very least, right?
Yeah, I need Shaft.
Richard,
40s?
yeah, I was just like,
He
Richard
was like
Rudd-
70 years old.
yeah, like I feel like he might have been in his 40s. But the thing is,
Because he's been on the force for a long, like, because he's a fucking private eye.
Yeah, I
like,
need
he
He's
retired.
like, fuck the goddamn police. I'm going to become my own guy.
I need them to treat Shaft like people treat James Bond. Like he's always in whatever contemporary time he's in, and he's perpetually in his early 40s.
yeah.
That's it.
Who would you cast as Shaft?
I mean, like I hate to keep jumping on this dude, but I would cast Chadwick Boseman. It would be my number one.
That's
he
not-
would be a very good. He's in his 40s.
Right.
Apparently.
Right.
Like, I don't know how that works. Oh, we know how it works.
I mean, Luke
Melanin
Evans.
and
I mean, fucking Luke
lotion.
Evans is only 23.
Yeah, he would actually work as Shaft.
Yeah.
I could see that. I feel like
He's got the fucking walk.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
It's my duty to
Person.
praise that booty. I'm gonna need you to drop that South African accent. It's not good, yo.
It's not, it
not
really
good,
isn't. Yo.
I wanted to believe in it, man. I truly did. Look, it's fine for Black Panther, but
It's going to be all throughout Black Panther.
Oof. I hope he's the strong and silent type.
yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Yeah, Chadwick Boseman's not a bad choice. I feel like you need somebody who's like a little bit like a bigger person.
Back in the day,
He could put weight on.
Yeah, I guess he could.
in the day, I think Denzel would have been the quintessential like new Shaft.
Oh yeah, definitely. He'd have never done it though.
Oh, you know what? Denzel's son. If you're gonna go with a younger guy,
Yeah.
Denzel's son.
Yep.
From
David
Ballers.
Washington. Or whatever. No, not David Washington. What the fuck is that guy's name?
It's like Denzel Washington Jr. I don't know. Isaiah Washington.
I have no idea. The Ricky from Ballers. He would.
Yeah, he wouldn't be bad.
he would
I
be a
like.
pretty good
He's
chef.
one of my favorite characters on that show.
Yeah.
I'm like, nigga, if you make one more goddamn bad choice, I'm gonna scream. But he's good.
Yeah.
And then he has those moments where he's just like full on his dad.
Yeah.
Like he can't hide that shit, dude. It's like, so
What's his name?
You
John David.
John
Washington.
David Washington. There you go. I knew it was a David Washington there somewhere.
he just like
Sipping on some
knocks a fucking glass off the
vitamin
table.
water and shit.
Get me out of here. Yeah, I don't know.
Late.
I don't need this.
Nah, I don't need it.
All right, movie and TV news this week. Justice League Dark apparently has been sent back to the drawing board by the WB executives because they did not like the take that the writers came up with. They were like, "No, your pitch sucks. We're done with this." So back to the drawing board.
Are you looking forward to this?
I don't know because so the directing choices are Daniel Espinosa and Jared Johnstone. I never saw Housebound, so I don't know anything about Jared Johnstone's work. Daniel Espinosa did Safe House, which I believe is the movie with
That was Denzel Washington.
Ryan Reynolds and
Ryan
Denzel
Reynolds.
Washington.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. All right, it was fine.
It was fine.
It was a
big
good
bowl of
action
okay.
movie. What's that?
It was a big bowl of okay.
Yeah, it was a decent action movie, but like it was nothing that I was like, whoa, I need to see Safe House again.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I'm pretty sure Safe House is the second screener we ever got.
Jesus.
Did I see that in the movie? Yeah. I feel like I did.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it all right, but I was also in the free movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I was stupid. Is basically what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, it was okay. Matt Reeves, the Batman, is not going to be in the DCU. That was the rumor. That has now been debunked. Matt Reeves just came out today and said, no, his Batman movie is just self-contained inside the DCU. It's still going to be with Ben Affleck and everything else. So everybody calm down.
What would you think if it wasn't? Like,
I would think...
I think that DC is very good at their one-off stories that they tell. And instead of building a connected universe like Marvel does, I would love for them to at least try to do their own separate thing with different takes on things. Because look, we're going to get Batman movies in perpetuity, right?
Yeah, no. Absolutely.
So go ahead and do a Bruce Wayne movie, and then maybe do a Thomas Wayne movie a couple years later, depending on how big your first Batman movie does, and then reinvent it to be Thomas Wayne, and then reinvent it to be Batman Beyond, and damn anyone who gets confused by the shit.
Yeah, nah.
Look, if you get confused by it, go see it, and then you'll be determined whether or not you're confused by it.
No, I don't agree with that, and I don't have a problem with them doing. I wouldn't have a problem with them doing standalones. We're going to talk about that more later on too. My biggest issue with that is you got to pick one. You don't get to do standalones and a connected universe at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That shit does not work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, just fuck the whole. Like everyone, they are the world's most famous superheroes. Like they, Marvel fans, whatever. Like everybody knows who Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman are.
Right.
You could just do a movie with them.
Yeah, you could, but at the same time, people want to see those characters stand together. They just do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do a Trinity movie. Why not?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Everyone knows who they are.
I mean, I think their biggest problem, and I touched on this a couple weeks ago. I really think their biggest issue is that they are letting their star power dictate movies instead of dictating this is what we want to do and this is where we're going, and then picking up people to be in these movies. I really think so. I think having, and I understand this idea of like, we're getting Patty Jenkins and we're getting Zack Snyder and these big, huge name directors. But the problem is they don't want to do that shit connected. They're like, no, fuck you. I want to do my thing. I don't want to have to be constrained. And look, part of doing the cinematic universe means you got to constrain things a little bit. Somehow Marvel has been able to establish that and get big name directors to come in and do their stuff. But yeah, you got to work to that.
It's because they did it first. And now everybody's like,
well, and it works.
Right. And now these artists are like, yeah, I kind of want to do this, but I don't want to be hamstrung by the studio like these people over there are.
Yeah. Well, those people are making fucking bank. And you ain't. So,
but the people that they want to get, they don't need it. You know what I mean?
No, but the studio is losing money. That's the problem.
Yeah, but
Matt Reeves gonna be fine.
But yeah, Warner Brothers has all the money in the world. Like they're not some upstart. You know what I mean?
No, that's true. You're right.
So,
I guess
it's a very weird situation that they're in. I find it interesting, man, because you got all the money and the resources and the talent that Hollywood can buy, and you can't.
Can't get it together,
and you're like Obadiah Stane in that first Iron Man movie. It was like fucking Marvel built this in a cave with a bunch of scraps. And I was just like, well, we're not Marvel.
We're not Tony Stark. Sorry. Yeah, it's to the point where it's like, if you guys could just go away, and then just bring out final products. Don't tell us what you're making. Just make the products, and it just be like, there's another Superman movie. There's another Wonder Woman movie. We've already finished all of these. We're releasing them on these dates. Everything is already done. That's it. Because every moment they're in the media, it gets ripped to shreds. Every time.
And when you do like a bunch of standalone movies, like DC is known for this, right? You can just, maybe somebody has the idea of like a Crisis on Infinite Earths. Yeah. And you get to see these different versions of Superman and these different versions of Wonder Woman and different versions of Batman come together to fight not Apocalypse, Darkseid,
right,
or something. I don't know.
I mean, the problem is there are I think what you're feeling right now is exactly what they're having the issue with. Is there are so many options. It feels like they have this idea for a plan. Somebody comes in and is like, hey, I got this other idea. And they're like, oh shit, son, that sounds awesome. And then you come in and you're like, hey, I got this other idea. And you're like, oh shit, that sounds awesome. Let's do all of it. And it's like, but you can't, if you do that and you do that, none of this makes sense. And I feel like they're just grasping at all of these great ideas. And, there was like that talk of like, some director was like, I'd really like to do a Red Sun movie. And they were like, yeah, maybe that sounds pretty interesting. They obviously didn't go for it. But why are you even talking about that?
Because the comic sold well. And because because comic fans like it. And it's a good book.
It is a good book. And it's a great story. But if you're building, like, you need to decide what you want to do. Are you building a cinematic universe where you can do collective stories and stuff like that, and maybe you could spin off a couple of what ifs here and again? Or are you just building just a random collection of shit? And if you're just building a random collection of shit, then just say, fuck all this, after Justice League, fuck all that, now we're going to do all these movies. Cool. All right.
And
say that.
They already have an established model of producing a random collection of shit in their animated universe.
Yeah, and they're becoming a random collection of shit.
They are progressively getting worse.
Every one of them is like worse than worse.
That Batman Harley thing is not.
Oh, I'm not watching that. Because that blonde chick from The Big Bang Theory is in it.
Oh, she's Harley Quinn?
Yeah, she's Harley Quinn.
What, the short one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's who's doing the voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, she sounds... No,
not
I don't
at
like
all.
that voice.
Wait, not the neighbor, the one who's dating Sheldon?
No,
really
the one
high
who's
pitch?
dating the Jewish kid.
I don't even know. If she's
Be more specific. Aren't they all Jewish?
I know. The short blonde woman.
Yeah, she's got huge
really tiny.
boobs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's cute. But yeah, her voice makes me want to like throw myself off of a bridge.
And then and now
she's
imagine
affecting a Harley Quinn voice.
Thank you.
It's terrible. It's awful.
Do not like
Like
It
when Arlene,
sounds like Lois Griffin. Imagine Lois Griffin doing Harley Quinn.
I
That's
don't.
what it sounds like.
9/11.
So what is DC doing? Are they trying to create
I don't know.
an actual... Because
Yeah.
Marvel just basically did their thing and they're doing the Civil War at this point, right? Well, not Civil War, but Infinity War.
Yeah.
That's what they're building up to because that's their plan.
yeah, one guy
DC
back
is like, fuck it.
one guy back
Batman.
Try to guess what we're doing. That's the surprise. Why?
Let's put Batman in everything because Batman sells.
Yeah. He doesn't even have a standalone yet. So this is going to be the first one, right?
Yep. This is supposed to be a trilogy.
What's supposed to be a trilogy?
Matt Reeves is doing a Batman trilogy.
with Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
How old is he going to be by the time this shit is over?
I don't know.
Ben Affleck is like 45 years old, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
I mean, he's in good shape, but like he's going to get tired of doing this shit.
He looks tired already. He does.
He kind of does.
He looks tired of this shit.
Like-
I feel like Ben Affleck will get re-energized if he gets a solo Batman movie that people love. Or people love Justice League. But that dude has just been getting the shit kicked out of him every time. He's like, fuck, Suicide Squad sucked too? Oh, great. Yeah, I gotta do the press for it. Fuck you, right here. Yeah. I just want to drink. All right, that's all. I just want to drink and play poker. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. I want to hang out with my friends, go back to Boston, be in the town too.
Direct it. Like, let me direct it,
Yeah.
please.
About Ben Affleck just direct a movie.
Yeah, I feel like he's very tired of just getting shat upon. And look, he's not the bad parts of those movies.
No, I'm
No,
not
he
a
isn't.
huge-
He's a good fucking Batman and
Yeah.
a good Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. But they just can't get a win. If they can get a fucking win with a movie with Batman in it prominently, if they can get a fucking win, then I think you'll see Ben Affleck be like, it's great being Batman. Right now he's like, it's great being Batman. I love all the times you tell me I'm the fucking worst. It's great. I can't wait to see another review. So I'm glad this is at least in the DCEU. EU.
Can't wait to fight this Joker that everybody hates.
Yeah. Look, I cannot stress this enough. You have to fix him. You have to fix him. He cannot be an impression of Heath Ledger's Joker. He can't. Be your own man, dude.
Like that. That's the laugh. That's the Joker laugh. All right.
Come on, dude. Come on.
Moving on.
Speaking of things that, again, don't make any sense, Warner Brothers developing a Joker origin film produced by Martin Scorsese outside of the DCEU with a different actor playing the Joker. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, look,
It's a mess.
look, just do. Look, fine, do that, and then do something different, and then do something different, and then do something different. Like, it seems like that's what they want to do.
Then just do that.
Just do it.
Scrap the fucking DCEU then. Here's the irony of all of this. Everybody talk, DC, Marvel, blah, blah, blah. It's one thing we've talked about on this show numerous times. DC loves to reboot their comic universe. They're already rebooting their movie universe. Already. How many movies in are there? Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman, Suicide Squad,
4.
Wonder Woman. That's it.
5. Goddamn.
No, 4.
4.
Time to reboot. Let's make a solo Joker movie. That solo Joker movie does well. You think they're going to toss that shit? They're not going to toss it.
can't.
They're going to want him to be the Joker. They're going to fucking toss Jared Leto. That's exactly what they'll do. I don't think your Joker worked. Bye. Let's bring Batman in. Fuck it. Maybe we'll get a new Batman. I don't know. You don't know what you're doing. Come on, man. Stewart, I love you to death, dude. You got to have some level of criticism for this. Come on. This makes sense? A different actor as the Joker?
I mean, it takes place in the 80s, right? So, my do you want to see a Joker origin story?
No.
Is that what this is being billed as?
Yes.
A Joker origin film?
Yep.
No.
His
I
entire...
don't want to see the Joker, not the Joker.
Also, I
It's like
don't...
fucking Gotham.
What?
Why would I want to see that? I don't watch Gotham.
You don't want to watch Jerome? Whatever the fuck his name is.
Hey guys, I'm going to be the Joker in like 25 years. Are you ready? Fuck off. Or am I the Joker? I don't know.
Like, how do they think that's going to be a draw?
Because people like the
Let's watch
Joker.
the Joker before he was the Joker. Like, no, nigga, I don't want to see that.
I want to
don't
see
wanna
the Joker
a criminal.
I want to see the Joker get his teeth knocked out by an insane rich vigilante. That's why I'm there.
Like, I don't want to see a petty thug. I don't want to see a movie about a petty thug.
I don't think the Joker. This is going to sound weird. I don't think the Joker is a strong enough character to warrant having an origin.
A solo movie? No.
Or a solo movie.
Not before he's the Joker. No.
Okay, here's the thing.
Unless he's like a psychopath.
I push back on that a little bit by saying that I do think you could do a Joker origin story, much like you talked about Books of Doom, right? Mm-hmm. Same sort of thing. So there was a Joker origin story a number of years ago. I forget the writer, but it was basically told from the premise of one of his drivers. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, this is like behind the scenes of the Joker. Like, this dude's crazy. You know, we have like this cool rapport. You ain't really have a rapport. Right. Joker fucks this guy over horribly in the end. But that being said, like, you could do it, but here's the problem with the Joker. The more information you have on his backstory, the less interesting he becomes. Because he is interesting because you don't know anything. And you don't know what, he's just crazy. He's a fucking lunatic. That's why the Joker works so well in The Dark Knight. Because the second he goes, you want to know how I got these scars? Everyone's like, oh, they're going to fucking tell his origin? And then he changes the story. And he changes it again and changes it again. That worked because you still have that anonymity about him.
Yeah.
That's why he's so powerful.
I would much rather see a Two-Face origin story before I see a Joker origin story. And I'm not even saying that just to try to be funny. I think Two-Face is a tragic character. I think he's incredibly interesting. The guy has fucking multiple personality disorder. He was a guy who was a district attorney who kind of fell in with the wrong crowd and shit, and he got fucked up and it fucked his mind up. And I think, and then like at least in the animated series, he developed a third personality where he was
really, I don't remember that.
Where it was in the later seasons where he called himself the Judge. And the Judge was just like fucking Batman. He was just a fucking judge themed vigilante, fucking taking out criminals and shit. And that personality developed because of the Two-Face personality. And that Two-Face personality was always inside of Harvey Dent, just itching to come. Like, yo, that's fucking interesting, man.
Yeah, no, that's valid.
That's an origin that I want to see.
I would rather watch a Condiment King origin. Like, that guy works at like a hot dog stand, and like maybe he goes to a Nazi rally and his face is shown on TV. He gets doxxed. He loses his hot dog job, and he's like, I gotta take motherfuckers out.
It's like, oh, I'm 21 years old. My life is ruined.
Good.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Go to hell.
I'm persecuted.
Son of a bitch.
Well, good for you.
Nazis complaining about persecution. What the fuck kind of world are we in?
Oh, we can't punch them now. Really? Is that the America you want to live in? It's not my America. Fuck that. Punch that Nazi. Out of here. Antifa. So, yeah, I don't. I think a Joker origin story. I think it could be interesting. I'm not going to say.
Sure.
I'm not going to say I'm against it. I am against it, however, I'm only against it from the perspective of you have a Joker. Work on that Joker. Make a good Joker. Don't do two fucking Jokers. There's already a second one on shitty TV. So it's a shitty one on television. There's a pretty much a shitty one in the movies. Now you're going to make another one in the movies? Come on. Come on, guys.
What if the one in the 80s is the Joker's dad.
Is he going to be like, look, you know what? Here's the thing. If you, this is a missed opportunity. Willem Dafoe as the Joker would have been the correct choice a couple of years ago. Maybe even now, he doesn't even need the makeup.
Yeah, he really
he looks like a goblin. He's a terrifying human being. But no, you know what I'd do? Fuck it. Christian Bale is the Joker. How about that? He could pull it off. American Psycho Christian Bale?
Did. Yeah.
He could pull it off. You think he couldn't? He's already a crazy person in real life. I would. Fuck it.
Oh, good for you.
I think he would be a great. I think he'd be a great choice. That would be a hell of a a full circle. That would be a full circle. That'd be great.
Martin Scorsese is the only thing that interests me about this movie.
Not really. Not for me.
Really.
And I'll tell you why. He's producing it. What does that mean?
Depends. If he has ideas that he wants to see, he's the money. He gets those ideas in there.
Yeah, you know who was also a big time producer on Transformers 1?
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't.
Does that feel like a Steven Spielberg movie to you? Nah, I don't think so.
I mean, the first one was about a boy in his car.
Okay, that's the only part of this that's not like a Steven Spielberg.
It was an E.T. movie. Yeah, for the most part.
Remember when that Camaro flew over
over the moon?
Yeah.
Is there a more stereotypical E.T. story than Transformers 1? I can't find one.
Remember when he went to touch the car and the headlight came on?
Secretly, this is an E.T. sequel. Everyone knows that. God damn it. Yeah, Scorsese's involvement doesn't give me some I'm just like, I hope it's good. I hope it's good.
I hope, yeah.
I don't understand the point of it at this point. Okay. Here's another DC story. Joker and Harley Quinn movie moving forward at Warner Brothers with the directors from Focus.
I did like Focus.
Focus was fine.
I enjoyed
Focus quite a bit.
Is Will Smith going to be the Joker?
Is he?
Because he should be.
Is he going to be? Is he going to be in the movie as Deadshot?
There's no way they don't put him in. There's no way.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There's no way they don't put him in. Remember they were doing a Deadshot solo movie? Remember that's happening?
Is that happening?
That was the talk. I don't know if it's still happening because it's fucking DC. So who the fuck knows what they're doing?
I want Will Smith to be a Joker now. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh
God.
This Joker is crazy.
Can you imagine how terrible that would be?
I'd see it.
Oh, you got that right.
I'm absolutely gonna watch that nonsense. Jesus Christ! Don't bring that in. You know what? Fuck it. Why not?
Yeah, why not, man?
It's DC.
You know
Who
what?
fucking cares?
These movies are already spinning around a toilet bowl as it is.
That's the perfect slogan, Terrence. It's DC. Who fucking cares?
Like at this point, I just want fucking Justice League to be good.
That's all.
Wonder Woman is good. I still haven't seen it yet, but everyone said it's great. I just want Justice League to be good.
Please.
That's all I want. That comes out in like 2 months.
Something like that. I don't even know anymore.
It comes
It
out
comes
in
in like 3
November.
months. Yeah.
Yeah, November.
It's fucking August.
I'm more excited for Thor.
Yeah, damn.
It comes out in like 2.5 months.
Yeah.
I'm more excited for Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, yeah, me too. And I hated the first 2 Thors.
Yep.
Those movies are trash.
Yeah. They were boring.
Yeah. But this looks really good. It looks like it's going to be a goddamn blast. It looks like Guardians of the Galaxy, actually.
It makes sense. It's in the same part of the universe.
So,
Joker and Harley.
no.
Is this a movie that needs So hold on. Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. Get this straight. All right. Again, Stuart, I'm going to need some level of criticism from you on this one.
Your team is fucking up, dog. Don't be mad. It's the truth.
So you're making a Batman solo movie, or a solo Batman film in the DCEU. Cool,
Which is fine.
makes sense. You are doing a offshoot of the Joker with a different actor, different director, different interpretation, different time period. Okay. At the same time, you're also going to do a Harley Quinn and Joker movie with the other Joker in the DCEU, which will likely also have Batman in it, I would assume. And this is going to be sort of a criminal love story, Bonnie and Clyde type of story. So you're going to have 2 simultaneous Joker movies happening with 2 different actors and 2 completely different feels and 2 different time periods. And you expect everyone to keep up with that? We had a story about a guy looking into a fucking solar eclipse. Do you really think people are going to be able to keep up with this shit? You really think so? You really think so? Oh, no, they will, Jay. You're crazy. No, I'm not crazy. People are dumb.
But that's the thing, right? Like, damn people's confusion, right? Like, if these standalone movies are going to be good, I will watch every single one of these standalone movies.
Of course.
And not give a fuck about whether or not. Yeah, I will happily explain to people why this is different from that.
That's fine. I will see them. Again, everyone at this table isn't a moron. Dude, people were asking, why isn't Superman and Batman in the Avengers?
What?
Yeah. People
People
are like, oh, why aren't they in the Avengers? They don't know the difference between that. You think they're going to understand why fucking Martin Scorsese's movie doesn't have the same guy as the Joker? Is he like the Joker's dad? That will be a fucking question. No, it happened in the 80s. Cool. Is he the Joker's dad? Yeah, he's the Joker's dad. Yeah, the Joker has kids and they all dress like him eventually. This is Joker and Joker Jr. Suck my dick. That's fucking dumb.
Like George Foreman's kids and shit.
Yeah.
All named George.
Yeah. All 7 of my kids are all named Joker, and I have one daughter, also Joker. Jokerette. Or Harley Quinn. He's married to his sister, like fucking Game of Thrones.
Yeah, what are they doing?
Are you excited for, or what do you think of the idea of, what do you think of the idea of this love story?
I don't have a problem with the love story. It doesn't need its own fucking movie.
Do you think that the relationship that we all know is going to be represented? The very toxic, very like, it's
Maybe.
like she's into him, he's into her because he's using her for whatever nefarious reasons he has. That's
Get his nut off.
To get his nut off, to like he will throw her under the bus to save his ass every time. And people are like, oh, wow. Like you see a bunch of memes like relationship goals and shit like that.
Yeah, that dude's a psychopath.
Yeah,
right,
he's
like
insane.
It's why I hate Harley Quinn, because it's the worst type of relationship that a woman needs to be in.
He made a psychologist go crazy.
Right, yo, like
Like, why would you want that as your relationship goal?
Relationship goals. Hashtag Tumblr. Fucking dumb. You're dumb.
No.
You think it'll be bad if I stare into the sun tomorrow? No. Let's go ahead and do it. Even when
We'll
your
be
eyes start
fine.
bleeding, just have someone hold your fucking dumb head facing the sun.
we always talk about these movies, being different, right? Taking genres and putting a comic book finish over them, right?
Yeah. I'm cool with like a Bonnie and Clyde. Like, okay, you're doing this movie, all right? Like, I'm not in charge. You're doing this movie.
Right.
Do a Bonnie and Clyde style movie.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Have some sort of big bank robbery you want to do or something like that, and they get together and that's what they do. The question is this an origin of their relationship, or is this happening?
I think this is happening after Suicide Squad. We already kind of saw.
Oh, yeah,
the
he came
origin
and
of
grabbed
their
her.
relationship. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
So
You know what?
That movie with Woody Harrelson and what's her name?
Natural Born Killers.
Natural Born Killers.
Yeah, that would be a good
right.
roadmap. Because Woody Harrelson was a fucking lunatic.
Psycho. And that guy, he was ostensibly the Joker.
So
Yeah.
there you go.
Like, but why?
I don't
Is
know.
the question. What's the point? What are you going to get out of it?
You know what? Here's the question. Joker and Harley Quinn with Jared Leto and Margot Robbie. That's it.
Oh, well.
It's exactly what I said. They let their talent dictate their universe instead of creating the universe and picking talent.
So what the fuck is the name of the movie going to be?
Joker and Harley Quinn.
It's not going to be called Mad Love.
Why would it be called that?
Because that's the name of a very famous episode of the Batman the Animated Series that they even turned into a comic book.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Why don't they just call it Crazy Stupid Love?
Because that title's already taken.
Well, the way this article is written, it could be Crazy Stupid Love Focus because they wrote it all together. Why did you do that? This is bad writing.
None of this sounds good. None of it to me. It all sounds terrible.
I just think it's a poor idea.
I'm
like you
interested.
Have a solo Joker movie in the 80s. Like, didn't X-Men? Well, no, that's all connected somehow, right? The X-Men movies.
Is it?
Are they connected? Are the X-Men movies connected in any way?
They
to themselves.
There's a time.
Yeah, there's a fucking loop.
Yeah, there's a time thing that happened in one of those
what?
movies. There was a time thing that happened that erased the third movie.
What was the third movie?
With Kelsey
The Last
Grammer.
Stand?
Yeah.
What came after The Last Stand?
First Class.
First Class?
First Class.
They took it back to the 60s.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the 70s one was
The 70s one, I think.
I don't remember the title.
At the end of the 70s one.
Apocalypse.
No.
X-Men
It's like X-Men Bell Bottoms? I don't remember the title.
At the for X-Men Foxy
Extinction?
Brown? I don't know. At the end of that one, Wolverine jumps back into present day, and
Days of Future Past.
There it is.
There it is. And there's Famke Johnson, and there's Kelsey Grammer, and there's Halle Berry, and so that was the one that kind of erased The Last Stand. Wait, but why are they in the?
Are they in the 80s?
Don't do that. Don't go down this road.
Wait, did he jump? When he came back? He didn't come back to the contemporary. He came back to the
Future time.
80s?
No.
Like the 2000s, right?
Yeah, it had to be the 2000s.
Yeah, it was
Because
it was-
Famke Johnson is
Yeah,
there.
it was.
That's when
It
the movie
was.
first started.
Yeah, when he jumped back in, it was like he was taking over for the 2000s. I'm so proud I got that out before I started laughing.
I mean, we can move on. We can move on.
That's a
a
George
good one.
Costanza. That's a George Costanza. You
All
leave on
right,
a
I'm out.
Yeah, you leave on a high note. Yeah, so
Those movies
this is
terrible.
I don't know what they're doing. But again, Stuart, I'm going to need some level of criticism from you. This is also another DCEU story. Jared Leto's Joker has been tapped to be in Suicide Squad 2 and Gotham City Sirens. Again,
What's Gotham City Sirens again?
that's the ladies movie. Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman, I think, versus like 3 Lady Bat women characters like Huntress, Batwoman.
Batgirl and Batwoman.
No, it's not Batgirl because Batgirl's getting a solo movie. I don't know if you remember that as well, directed by Joss Whedon.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's a thing too. But he's not supposed to direct that anymore because he cheated on his wife fucking 20 years ago. That's a legitimate criticism, by the way, on the internet, that a director who cheated on his wife shouldn't direct a movie about a woman.
Joss Whedon cheated on his wife?
With a woman?
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, I mean, he's a nice guy and all, but I can't imagine a woman being attracted to Joss. Like, because
He's got power.
well, because he's so hyper, like
Nerdy.
nerdy, and he's like, no, I must have a kick-ass woman in everything I do, no matter what, right? Like it's that white knight thing, right? Like where it's like, oh, you're a little too squeaky clean. Brighter the picture, the darker the negative, nigga. I remember that Rupert Thorne quote.
And clearly, you
Right.
were correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Guy's
He
a
was
fucking
fucking
card
all kinds of
carrying
chicks.
member of No Ma'am, for fuck's sakes. Remember No Ma'am? Remember that shit
Yeah.
was on TV?
Yo, there's no way Married with Children would ever work in this day and age. Yo, you think millennials get triggered now? Are you kidding? It was a show about a fucking blue collar salesman who would rip on fat women to their faces every week
At work.
at work. Now, look that
How
shit
the
up
fuck
on
did he afford
YouTube.
that house on a shoe salesman's salary? Must be good to be white.
I like to think that they were on welfare.
Yeah, that feels about right, actually.
Yeah,
But they had a whole ass house.
I mean, well, that's the whiteness kicking in.
That's the white welfare?
Yeah, that's the white welfare.
Mighty white of them.
Yeah, incredibly.
Peg Bundy sitting there eating bonbons and watching Oprah and shit. Well, Al is going to fucking Payless to shit on fat women all day.
Yo, that show was unreal, yo.
It was like 2 black dudes that wrote the show.
Is that right?
Yeah. At least one of them was black.
Oh, I never knew that.
That makes all the sense in the world to
They
me
made
now.
white people out to be fucking maniacs.
That makes all the I never knew that. That makes all the sense in the world.
They were like, yo, what we gonna get these white people to say this week? Oh, shit, son. They put it on. I mean, ripping on his neighbor for looking like a lesbian. I mean, like...
And she lawyer?
And she ended up being a lesbian.
Yeah, but she actually ended up directing the show, like the later seasons.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That show was amazing, man. That was a very
here's a show
interesting time in television.
Yo, you ain't never getting that show on Netflix.
No,
dude. Fuck no. They ain't putting that. No, hell no. That's gonna have to be in the deep recesses of Hulu. They ain't putting that shit in Netflix.
Right.
Look.
People will boycott Modern Family because Ed O'Neill was in Married with Children. Yeah. If Married with Children became available to
you can't put it on, dude. You can't. It's not on any streaming platform. Why? It was one of the most popular shows for like 10 years.
This is the recruit. This black dude right here.
That dude's black as shit.
I like to think.
Wait,
I don't see anything.
Children.
Wait, I still don't see anything.
Yeah, he's the writer of Married with Children.
That's fucking tough.
That's hilarious. Now, who wrote Homeboys in Outer Space?
I don't know who
the couple of white people, right?
And fuck them niggas.
Yo, we even write them better than they write us. God damn it. God damn, look at all this talent, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not here, but like
I like to think that we have a little bit of talent. I like to think that, you know what? Never mind. Never mind.
There's a white dude and a black dude. Ron Leavitt. Co-creator.
Yo, they were high-fiving each other every day in that writing room. They're like, this shit is lit.
Like, I can't believe this.
I cannot believe they're
people are letting us do this again, another season.
Like, and it came on at the right time too, with the right network at the right time.
Mm-hmm. Yo, Fox was off the fucking meter, dude. They didn't give a fuck,
folks. This was when Fox did not exist. Like, they were on the come up, and they needed anything to get people to watch their channel.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
At the same time, fucking Simpsons and them. Like, I think Married with Children was first. Simpsons started in like 1987, 88.
Yeah, on the Tracy Ullman show.
Yeah, and then they spun off into it. Yeah, like they didn't give a fuck. They would throw anything on television. Well, they still kind of don't give a fuck. They throw.
Yeah, but they just cancel everything.
They just cancel. Like, it'd be really, really good shows and be like, oh well, we had 7 episodes. That was fine.
That was enough.
7 out of order episodes.
Oh, did you not get the story right? Oh, sorry. Still mad about that robot show. With Michael Ealy.
Yeah.
Almost Human, yeah. So Jared Leto will be in not 1, not 2, but 3 movies, and then there will also be another Joker movie. Okay.
Without him? Oh, that's the Joker.
That's the Martin Scorsese Joker movie.
Joker Origins. Why not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right. Yeah, tell me how DC's nailing it. Go ahead. This is the best story of the week. Micah, I am very interested to hear your thoughts on this. So apparently, the folks over at Sony are still working on their Silver and Black movie, which is the Silver Sable Black Cat movie. But while they're doing that, they're saying that Norman Osborn is going to show up in the movie, which sucks because that means that they get to pick Norman Osborn for their shitty movie. However, they are working. Jesus.
My stomach.
That was thunder outside.
Really?
But however, what they're going to do is Norman Osborn is only going to be a voice because they're working with Marvel so that Marvel can use Norman Osborn down the line.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I was about to get mad.
I think this is the smartest thing Sony is doing.
Yeah,
easily
because look. While Norman Osborn is not my favorite Spider-Man villain, he is like the quintessential Spider-Man villain. He is the Joker to Spider-Man's Batman. So,
not Venom.
Fuck you. How about that? How about Mad Bat is the equivalent?
Okay, that's fair.
So yeah, all right, I'll allow it. I'll allow it. I was, I saw the headline and I was ready to blow up because I'm like, fuck, that means they're not going to have him in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I think Norman Osborn is a big enough force to be reckoned with by a couple of people. Not like full Avengers style, but I feel like he can, if you want to bring the Avengers in, then what if they do Hammer? Oh yeah.
That's just what I was waiting for you. I'm just like, I'm listening because I think that the problem with Norman Osborn is that they've never used him in the way that he's truly intended to be, which he's anti-Tony Stark. Yeah, that's what he is. Like, oh, Green Goblin, yeah. Bring him in as a reformed version of Green Goblin, right? Like the Goblin shit is under control. And just have him as anti-Tony Stark. He comes in, Spider-Man's like, wow, this guy is like super smart and cool. Or just scrap the whole Green Goblin thing altogether, frankly. Like we've done it 3 fucking times. It's fine. Have him come in as this like guy that Peter looks up to. He's like, wow, this guy is like super cool. Basically, do Karate Kid 3. That story, right? The fucking new guy comes in teaching Daniel LaRusso how to fucking do some cool moves, but he's actually kind of a crazy person. Yeah. And, Peter Parker kind of starts sliding over to his side, but then at the last minute he realizes this guy's not cool, goes back to his Mr. Miyagi fucking Tony Stark guy and has to take on this guy's fucking protege or this guy directly. That's how you do it. That makes all the sense in the world.
Yep.
Then you have him take over S.H.I.E.L.D. and change it to Hammer. And then you do the Secret Avengers. Or not Secret Avengers, Dark Avengers.
Yeah.
That's a way to build an Avengers story against Norman, right? You build it up that you have the Avenger, you have the OG Avengers or some version of them, however they look. And then you bring in the Dark Avengers to take over for them. They get pushed out and these guys are taking over, but they're a little too violent and they're like brutal and they're doing shady shit. And then the Avengers actually have to rise to take these guys out.
Oh man, that's
phase 3. That's phase 3. You start phase 3 that way.
Well,
and they want to make it around Spider-Man anyway.
You sold me.
Yeah. So I think it makes sense. All right, let's jump into what the fuck. But before we do that, make sure you sign up for premium content. The nerdpocalypse.com/premium. Sign up. You can sign up just like Latricia did, Jody, and a number of other people. Izzy, I think. I only have your email addresses. I'm sorry. Sign up just like they did this week. Again, it's $5 a month or $50 for the full year. You get this show in its entirety on video. You get Look Forward, our political podcast in its entirety. The Men with the Golden Tongues, our James Bond podcast. Airing of Grievances, which is our Seinfeld podcast. And No Time to Bleed, which I'm trying to set up and recording this weekend. So hopefully that'll be out early next week, which is our action movie podcast. And the video game guys over at Dense Pixels are working on Dense Pixels bonus round, I think probably start next month. Right?
Yeah, we should probably stop talking about that until we're ready.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But that's all coming. More shit, $5 a month or $50 for the full year. Easiest money ever spent. A lot of fuckery goes on there. It's great. Just about 300 hours of content are sitting there waiting for you right now. All right. What the fuck? Brought to you by JTD. Micah, take it away.
A Chinese mother was left heartbroken after a DNA test showed that the child she had raised for 28 years was not her real son. Her ex-husband became suspicious and demanded the test because he couldn't understand how the boy had turned out to be so handsome.
Wait.
Wait, is this the guy in the...
Thank you. That's the handsome guy?
What does his mama look like?
The young man's mother.
What's the dad look like?
What's the dad look like? If that kid is too handsome to be... the young man's mother... referred to only as Zhang by Chinese media, said that ever since her son was born, friends and family had always been surprised about how different about how different the child looked.
Chinese quagmire.
God damn it.
Oh
shit.
Jiggity.
Over the years, all these comments sowed the seeds of doubt in her husband's mind and affected their marriage. All the arguments about their son being too good looking eventually ended in divorce. But that wasn't enough for the man's suspicion to rest. It was like, yo, this dude, I want to jump this dude's bones. I got to find out if this is my kid or not. But Zhang, the woman, and her husband divorced in 2004, but 7 years later, the man demanded a DNA test to make sure that the son they had raised together was actually their own flesh and blood. Quote, "My son has big eyes and a high nose bridge. His father is not very good looking and is quite different from my son." God damn, even she knew she fucking ugly, man. Yo, first of all, this dude is not good looking.
Nah, dog.
He's not. Second of all, like, what would you do in this situation if you
I wouldn't think he was handsome.
If you suspect that this kid,
well, it would certainly be an issue if my wife had a Chinese baby. I'd be like, wait a minute. Like, I've never been to India, but I'm pretty sure they don't look Chinese when they come out.
yo, this is
I just don't understand how he's considered handsome. If he's considered handsome in China, yo, people should be flocking there, man. You can clean up. This is the best they got.
So this is not. So the 28-year-old man is
I
not.
think I'm better looking than this guy.
Look, the ugly dude was right. Like, this handsome devil is is not their son, and they think that the baby was switched at birth from the hospital.
It's very common, actually.
So, yeah, I'm afraid of that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not letting that baby out of my sight.
Yeah, you better not, or you're gonna end up with a handsome Chinese. This is my son, Chinese quagmire. Oh shit, that is fucking hilarious.
Okay, handsome. Like, he's way too handsome to be my son. If he's handsome, what do you look like?
Yo, he must look like a fucking troll. That's not my son. I live under a bridge. That is amazing. I wish they had a picture of the father.
Yeah,
dude.
I really want to see what he looks
Like,
like.
because in my mind, like, because I watched so much, I've watched so many movies. In my mind, the father is like an incredibly handsome guy. And he's like, I am so ugly. This guy is so good looking. I'm like, I think the reverse is true. Oh,
Okay.
all right. Well, there you go, Terrence.
Yeah, the video doesn't show. The video is weird. Like, it's got like
Is it like that fucking
Yo, all right. Come on.
fucking Jesus nigga, man? I swear. Man's penis ripped off when he tried to climb over fence with metal spikes.
Yo, it's got his dick sitting on there on a pike, yo. That
As
can't
a reminder
be real,
to
yo.
never do this.
That can't be real.
Okay, here's my thing. Here's my thing.
It says,
Yo, Russia is fucked up.
is
We
this
gonna let
Russia?
these motherfuckers attack our country, dude? Really? They left a dick on a pike and took a picture of it and put it on the internet. Come on, man.
A man ripped off his genitals this week after his jeans got caught on a spike as he climbed over a fence. The unnamed 27-year-old was drunk when he attempted to leap over the metal railing.
Oh, in Russia.
Kuznetsky, whatever the fuck that, Russia. A spike at the top of the barrier pierced through his through his trousers and left him hanging by his manhood. He eventually managed to free himself and staggered to a local hospital, bleeding profusely. So literally, no, I can't
I don't think that.
finish this story, dog. This is making me.
I don't
really
think that's
uncomfortable.
really his dick on that thing, right? Because it can't.
Yo,
It
It can't.
Dildo.
Yeah, it can't be right because, like, it's got his balls too. Like,
Yeah.
that's not. Come on.
It's very difficult for me to look at this.
They took the Franks and the beans. Like, come on, man.
Like how
Root the stem.
I can't imagine. Yeah, just blow my brains out. Just kill me.
I can't imagine what that me
go.
hopping a fence.
How drunk are you, by the way? How drunk are you? Like, I've been really drunk, and it's like, yeah, let's just hop that fence. I'd be like, yo, there's spikes up there. I don't want to get my dick cut off. Like, I would still have the wherewithal to go, no, I'll walk around.
No. This like that picture. I don't know if it's been doctored.
It has to have been. They wouldn't have left a dick and balls sitting there overnight. Man, come on.
Locals in the town took pictures of the man's penis still impaled on the fence before posting the images on social media.
Maybe.
Okay.
Police confirmed the incident to Progorod 58. What?
I don't like any of this. No. This is unacceptable. Next story. For the love of God, next story. Doctors remove over 200 stones from a woman's body in a single operation.
200 stones of what?
Yo, what's up with China? Yo, what's up with that part of the world, man?
I don't know.
Like kidney stone? What are we talking about?
Gallstones, I guess. Patient, 45 years old, woman, Miss Chen, had apparently been experiencing abdominal pain for over a decade. When she first went to the hospital about it, an examination revealed several stones in her gallbladder and liver as the cause. Doctors advised her to go under surgery and get them removed, but she was too scared to go under the knife. She later went
black?
back.
She black?
Yeah. I don't go to the hospital.
That's some black people shit. Like,
I'd rather die.
you go to the hospital to die.
Is
That's
that
what you do.
Is that what you do? God damn it, my people. Come on. The woman's surgery lasted 6.5 hours. During the time, doctors removed over 200 stones from her gallbladder and liver, small gravel like pebbles, to rocks the size of eggs.
Yo, God damn.
Removed from where?
Gallbladder and liver.
How big is your liver for that you have like this?
Probably mostly in your gallbladder, though.
How big is your gallbladder?
Egg size.
Yeah.
At least.
200 of these fucking things? Ugh. Yo, these pictures are gross.
Oh, the woman was making a living by collecting rosin from pine trees. I don't know what that is. Often skipped breakfast completely and ate leftovers at irregular hours. This caused a bile to build up in her gallbladder, leading to high cholesterol and calcium levels, which crystallize into stones.
Gross, nigga.
Yeah, kill me. No, that sounds awful.
I think I can speak for everyone when I say yuck.
That's a good joke. No fat on that joke. Trailers this week. Marvel's The Punisher. This is coming out roughly around Thanksgiving, starring John Barenthal as Frank Castle, the sledgehammer-wielding, murdering psychopath. What did you guys think of this teaser trailer?
I'm here for it.
There you go.
Oh, he shotgunned 2 people in the hallway. I was in immediately.
Close quarters combat with guns.
Yo, this show is gonna be bonkers. Okay, I am going to do a kill count as I watch this show. How many people does the Punisher specifically murder in this show? What's your guess? I assume this is 13 episodes.
How many? 13 episodes?
Flashbacks and present time included.
I mean, I gotta imagine that an average of 5 people an episode are gonna die.
I feel like that's very low.
Right. It's going to have its peaks and valleys, you know.
I feel like it's going to be peaks and peaks, but okay.
I feel like at the end is going to have like 45 people in the last episode. I'm going to go like 126.
126. All right, I think that's a good solid number. I'm gonna write it down.
Kill half of New York.
Yeah, 126. Micah, your thought?
That's a lot of people.
13 episodes, 5 an episode. Oh yeah, that's only 65. That's not.
That seems
That seems very low.
insultingly low.
So I'm just gonna put an arbitrary number in front
Like
of that.
he killed
65.
like 14 people in one scene in the fucking
in the jail.
in jail.
He didn't even have a gun.
I'm just gonna put an arbitrary number in front of that 65 and say 265.
265, 126. Okay. 300. I'm going to go with 300 people are going to get murdered by John Barenthal. And I also will take the bold risk and say John Barenthal will literally kill these people in actual real life because he's so dedicated to the role.
That is on average, if it's 13 episodes, that's 23 people an episode are going to die if 300 people are to die.
I mean, no, you're right. That's low. It's low. I should have shot higher. No, I honestly think they're going to go balls to the wall. I don't think they give a fuck. He shot 2 dudes in like 3 seconds in a teaser trailer. It's not even a real trailer. One lady got shot in the fucking head.
I guess that was his wife. I'm assuming.
They put a fucking bullet in her. Okay, so I'm going to say 300 total, but I'm going to do a slight breakdown. I think of those 300, he will kill 275 via gun. The other 25 he will murder with his bare hands and or sledgehammer or some sort of melee weapon or like choke out or something like that.
Oh, man. Like, it's going to be weird, right? Because, you know, he's going to mow people down with guns, right? But like you said, like, when he gets...
Be able to keep track of that.
When he kills
I
people...
believe in myself.
When he kills
believe in
people,
Frank
like,
Castle.
Intimately, right? Like, with his bare hands, like, those are the ones that you got to savor. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I can't wait for this.
Actually, I might have gone too...
You got a little too
going too low because now that I'm remembering,
126 is low.
Now that I'm remembering, he killed a lot of people.
He
in
killed
his
like
small stint on fucking Daredevil. Like he murdered those people in the restaurant. That was like a smooth like 15, 16 people, right?
He beat a pedophile.
He beat a pedophile
death with a
baseball bat. That's one. That's another one. They killed about 50 people in like 3 episodes.
Hello, I'm just saying it's not crazy. I'm telling you, I'm saying 300. And I have a feeling there might be a scene where he just mows down a whole fucking mob with a fucking Gatling gun at one point or another, which is great. I would be totally happy with that.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, I went. I think I went a little low.
Yeah, all right, I'll allow you. You said 265.
Yeah,
I'll allow you to get a second chance.
265. That still seems really high. Like, does it? There's gonna be a lot of people that we just don't see.
Does it?
Like he's just gonna be shooting to the ether and shit. Like,
that's fine. Any shot that Frank takes is a death.
It's a kill shot.
That's a kill shot.
I can shot you in the arm. That. Nope, you're dead.
You're dead. That's how it works.
We go on these rules.
Oh shit! Fucking paintball rules.
Yeah. You're out, motherfucker. You're out.
I said 300.
I said 300.
250.
250. All right, 250, 265, 300. So, I think those are wildly sympathetic to the criminal numbers, but that's fine. We'll see how it works.
Wait,
out.
all right. This is the way to do it. What's the average murder rate in Baltimore per year?
300.
Oh, he could beat that. All right, he could beat that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he would have any problems killing more people than these niggas kill each other in 1 year. I really don't. Yeah. I really don't. I'm very interested to see what this is going to be like.
Yeah.
Because the other Netflix shows are dark, but they ain't this dark. Yo, this show is going to be
like, I'm looking for this to be dark and violent, like hyper violent.
Hyper violent, yeah. It needs to be. Look, I don't want it to be silly, but I want Frank Castle to go to work. Like, he needs to go to work on these criminals. Like, that's what I want him against a mob. That's what I want. Just kill everybody. Yeah. And I also kind of want it to not take place in New York. I want it to take place in LA. LA would be kind of a cool place because it's like, you know, that sort of like Hollywood bright lights sort of thing. at night with him just like in these like terrible, dingy places in LA, just fucking blowing people away with shotguns.
Yeah.
Again, 300. Let's do it. All right, Frank Castle, we believe in you. So
somebody's gonna do that kill count.
Yeah,
they're
gonna do it.
Yeah. And you know what? I think I'm going to be right. And by the way, it's the closest to the number without going over.
Oh, Price is Right rules.
Price is Right rules.
All right.
So if he kills 1,000 people, I win.
Yo, what if he beats the murder rate in Baltimore and these niggas had a head start?
Yeah, he's just
Like,
starting at Thanksgiving. He only has 13 hours. He's going to kill more people in 13 hours than they kill in an entire year. And they're all different people. Like, they have an opportunity to kill more people if they want to.
One guy just mowing down.
Just one ambitious white man with access to way too many guns. Way too many. All right, guys. That, I think, is it for us this week. We will see you guys next week. Again, if you are a premium member, make sure that you're watching the full videos of these shows. You can just go to tnppremium.podbean.com. It'll ask you for your login. And there's a little link on the right-hand side that has a link to all of our video, all the full videos of each episode. So you can check that out. I'll also put up a link on our Facebook page as well. I'll make a link to just off of the nerdpocalypse.com as well. But check all that out, and you can watch the videos and put them up on your television and all that cool shit. It's really great. It's in HD, 1080p, 60 frames per second. It's very fancy. All right, so we will see you guys next week.
See you.